Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing language of corporate finance. And today we're diving into Sunoco LP's latest filing, a report that might just tell us if their business is running on premium or if it's sputtering on fumes. So what happened on this day earlier this year, August 6th, 2025? Well, Sunoco LP, a company many of you know for its gas stations and fuel distribution, put out some news. They were sharing their financial results for the second quarter, which ended back on June 30th. But this isn't just any company announcement. It was formally filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, which means it's the official word on their business performance. Now, according to the filing, Sunoco LP is reporting on its common units, which represent their limited partner interests. Think of these as shares in the company. The important thing here is that these are traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol SUN. This means a lot of people, including perhaps some of you watching right now, have a stake in how well Sunoco LP is doing. The main point of this filing is to give us a peek under the hood at Sunoco LP's financial health, specifically their results of operations and their financial condition. It's like looking at a company's report card. They've included a news release as an exhibit which contains all the nitty-gritty details about how they performed in the second quarter. This news release is the key piece of information here, and it's been officially referenced in this SEC filing for everyone to see and analyze. This exhibit, the press release dated August 6, 2025, is what we should really focus on. It's where they announced their second quarter 2025 financial and operating results. While it's part of a formal SEC filing, the document itself clarifies that this information is considered furnished, not filed, for certain legal purposes. This is a common practice for earnings releases, meaning they are sharing the information, but it's not being treated the same way as some other parts of an SE filing. Still, it's the data we need to understand how the company is performing. And who officially signed off on this report for Sunoco LP? Well, it was Rick Raymer, listed as the Vice President, Controller and Principal Accounting Officer. This is the person at the company responsible for making sure the numbers are accurate and presented correctly, so his signature gives it official weight. Now let's get to the really interesting part, the numbers themselves. What did Sunoco LP report for their second quarter? Unfortunately, this particular filing is more of an announcement that they've released earnings rather than the detailed financial tables themselves. It's a little like getting an invitation to a party but not seeing the menu yet. The filing points us to Exhibit 99.1, the press release, for those details, but that press release isn't provided here. What we do know from this Form 8K is that the company is sharing its performance for the quarter ending June 30th, 2025. Typically, an earnings release like this would highlight key financial metrics such as revenue, net income, earnings per unit, and often provide comparisons to the same period in the previous year. Investors and analysts would be scrutinizing these numbers to see if Sunoco LP is growing profits, managing its debt effectively, and if its overall financial strategy is paying off. For example, they would likely be reporting on their operating income, which shows how profitable the company is from its core business activities before considering interest and taxes. They might also talk about their adjusted EBITDA, a measure that many companies use to show their earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Giving a picture of operational cash flow without the actual press release, we can't tell you if revenue is up or down, or if their profit margins are expanding or shrinking. However, based on standard practice for these filings, the press release would probably offer insights into how their different segments performed. Sunoco LP operates primarily in the fuel distribution and retail convenience store sectors. So in their earnings release, they would likely discuss sales volumes at their gas stations, trends in fuel margins, and the performance of their convenience store operations. Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending more at the convenience store operations? Are people buying more gas, or are they spending... The filing also mentions that the conference call to discuss these results will be available for replay for about a year. This is common practice and allows anyone who missed the live call to catch up on the management's discussion of the results and their outlook for the future. The website where this replay is available is mentioned, but again, we're focusing on the core information without specific contact details. This kind of report from a publicly traded company like Sunoco LP is crucial for investors to make informed decisions. It allows them to understand the company's performance, assess its financial stability, and predict its future prospects. Without diving into the numbers from Exhibit 99.1, we're missing the direct financial story, but we know the story typically revolves around sales, profits, costs, and debt. Are they selling more fuel? Are their convenience stores booming? Are their costs under control? And how are they managing their debts? Looking at this filing style, it's a standard way for companies to announce important events like earnings. It signifies that Sunoco LP is adhering to the rules of public disclosure. They are letting the market know their performance in a timely manner. Now, looking at this situation more broadly, Sunoco LP historically has been a significant player in the downstream energy sector. They distribute fuel across the United States and operate retail sites. Their performance is often tied to crude oil prices, gasoline demand, and the overall economic climate. For instance, increased travel typically means more demand for gasoline, which should benefit Sunoco LP. Conversely, economic downturns or shifts towards electric vehicles could present challenges. The fact that they are reporting these results in August means we are looking at the performance for the spring and early summer months. Depending on travel patterns and consumer spending during this period, these results can be quite telling about the company's resilience and ability to adapt to market conditions. In conclusion, this particular filing serves as a notification that Sunoco LP has released its second quarter financial results. The actual detailed financial story, the key numbers we usually dive deep into, like revenue, profit margins, and debt levels, are contained within the accompanying press release, which is referenced but not directly included in the text provided here. To truly understand Sunoco LP's performance, one would need to access that press release. However, we understand this is a key piece of housekeeping for the company, ensuring transparency with its investors and the broader market, and setting the stage for future analysis of their quarterly performance. Alright, that's our quick look at the structure of this filing. What's your take on how Sunoco announces their results, and what do you think they might have reported? Take your guesses in the comments below. If you found this explanation helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more straightforward breakdowns of complex financial documents, and make sure to join our Discord community, linked in the video description, where we discuss these topics further. Thanks for watching, see you next time.